Hello everybody and welcome to this new Shadow News. And I'm with Yanis, hello.
Hello everyone, how are you?
And I'm also with Leo. Hello Leo.
Hi everyone.
So
Hi,
it's
Victor.
your first Shadow News?
Yeah, first Shadow News for me.
What is your post at Shadow?
My job at Shadow is basically to be a product manager about Shadow Drive and Shadow Business Solutions, which is the product for professionals.
We announced yesterday that we will not make any new feature updates on the Shadow Ghost anymore and on the Shadow Box. However, we will maintain updates on it to the end of the year, making sure that it will work until the end of the year for sure. Whereas next year, we cannot guarantee that the service will work anymore. The company's goal is to become a true software as a service company, which means not doing any hardware manufacturing, not handling the infrastructure, which we are relying on OVH Cloud to do this. Everything we want to do is to focus on software development. So everyone in the team, in the engineering team, is basically developers or DevOps and people really working on the code itself and not maintaining logistics or hardware or whatever. We won't be releasing any new hardware. It was the last hardware and we won't make any new hardware in the future.
Is it possible to modify the Shadow Box to run Linux on it? And it will be possible for the Shadow Ghost or not?
Well, for the Shadow Box, it's possible. There are already a few homebrew version of OSs that runs on this specific hardware that you can install on the SD card of the box. Whereas on the Shadow Ghost, it's not the same, as everything is directly built in. It's complicated. We cannot change the storage. You cannot upgrade what's inside the Shadow Ghost in terms of software. So there will be no way to install proper Linux on the Shadow Ghost. Whereas on the box itself, it would be possible. I think it's an important change for the company also because it highlights what we do best, to try to be as much agnostic as possible in terms of devices, to support as many devices as possible. You know that we are running on Apple TV, Android TV, smartphones, whereas it's iOS, Android, on Linux, macOS, Windows, etc. And the idea is to expand this and to support more and more and more devices, but not to make our own devices, basically. So it's coming for Power, Ultra and Infinite. It's not coming to the standard offer. Basically, what we cannot do is to fake the TPM 2.0 and Secure Boot, which are necessary to run Windows 11. It's a protection that Microsoft set up for Windows 11, and that means that we won't be able to deliver Windows 11 to those platforms. For Power, Ultra and Infinite, it will be proposed as an update by the end of March. We will deploy this progressively in all data centers. Wait for us to tell you to actually install Windows 11, because imagine if you upgrade and then you are booted onto another machine that doesn't support Windows 11 yet. It will be problematic for you for a couple of days. We've always wanted to offer to our customers having the possibility to pay upfront to get a good discount on the price. So we launched this for new customers a week ago in the US, and it's already working pretty well. Of course, we know that the people expecting it the most are the current customers. It's coming. I don't have an exact date. It should be in March, but I don't know yet exactly when. So you will have the possibility to have the same discount as the people buying Shadow for the first time, just by paying one time for 6 months, which is the price displayed here. So it will be available in North America, US and Canada. Not yet to be released in Europe. We are trying this in the US. If it works well, we will release it in Europe. We released a couple of weeks ago the Shadow USB for official version of Shadow everywhere. They did like a really tremendous job. We don't have any issues on USB anymore. People are not complaining about USB compatibility. It seems like all the devices that you guys have works well. If you have like a specific peripheral reference that doesn't work, send us the vendor ID, product ID of this USB device, forward it to the support team. It's working on all the desktop clients right now. We have been looking at Android. It's not working well on Android yet, but it's a possibility for the future. On iOS, it's closed, so it's not possible. We made a study to showcase the economics and the savings that you're making by having Shadow. If you look at how much it costs to run Shadow on a low-end hardware and have like just enough connection, so like something like 50 megabits per second to run Shadow, you will see that depending on your country and the cost of energy and the cost of your internet price, you can make huge savings. For example, it can be up to 75.6 euros a year in France, but it can also be huge for Belgium, where they're saving more than 48 euros per month or something like that. It's absolutely huge. So look at the blog article. You will have a better understanding of how you're getting a great bargain by just having a Shadow subscription with the perfect internet connection that you're getting from it and the cool energy savings that you're making. We released a couple of weeks ago a very cool feature that's called the trackpad mode, giving you the possibility to use your smartphone as a trackpad. With this same logic, we are working on the companion mode, so giving you the ability to, for example, control what's happening on your TV screen with your smartphone, and use your smartphone as a trackpad, use your smartphone keyboard to control what's happening on the screen. So it's a great new way of controlling Shadow, and that's something that we have always been wanting to do. We have demos internally, so it's working very well, and I hope that it be released very soon. I don't have any specific date yet.
I think Shadow Drive is the foundation of a sovereign ecosystem. We want our users to get back control over the data, because we took a bad habit with Dropbox and iCloud and all these storage solutions. So easy to use that we don't think about where are my data stored anymore. And we want to give back the control about their data to our users. And it's very important to remind that Shadow Drive is like an external hard drive where you put your data, but it's a secure hard drive in the cloud. This wonderful project has three main features. First is that you can store your data. The second one is that you can synchronize this data over any devices. You have a smartphone, you have tablets, you have 2 or 3 computers, maybe a professional computer. You can synchronize all this data in real time, and that's something really awesome. And the last item is that you can share all this data with your family, with your colleagues, with your friend in one click. And we have plans to deploy Shadow Drive in North America. We are working on it.
More wonderful news about the update. And what
Yeah.
is exactly this update?
This update will be about a new design. Our design team prepared you a brand new user experience, and you will be, I think, surprised. We are going to San Francisco to attend the Game Developer Conference.
They are basically the biggest development conference in the world for game developers.
So we will attend the conference and we will interview all the game editors to understand what problems they are facing right now and how Shadow could provide them with a solution.
Yanis, what is your last word?
Expansion.
Leo?
Hairs.
And mine's gonna be dishwasher. See you in April, and we love you guys. Bye!
See you guys. Bye.